Fear is a cage, but only if you let it be, by Lyndon Thorpe. Most of us live with invisible circular walls around us. We call them practicality, stability, or logic. But very often, these are fear in disguise. When I was 52, I had what most would consider a dream career, working in one of the world's top universities, Imperial College London, as an academic English tutor working with non-native performers of English. I lived in fashionable Islington, surrounded by history, culture, and every comfort I could ask for. I thought my life was set. But life has its plans. A few months earlier, I'd run a summer school for Japanese students. A professor who brought the group was intrigued by my teaching approach. So one day I got an unexpected call. Would you consider moving to Japan as a visiting professor for 3 years? The practical, logical part of me could have resisted. I was already well established in my career. I was in my 50s, hardly the age most people uproot their entire lives. I had no prior connection to Japan except some superb and devoted students I had worked with in the past. But something inside me knew. A whisper beyond thought, a knowing beyond reason, a full breath to reinforce my bond with the universe. And I said yes. That decision altered my entire existence. I arrived in Japan and, within 3 weeks, found the Buddhist teachings that have shaped my life ever since. I met my life partner, and I felt, deep in my bones, that I had come home. I also realised something profound. I had always had a connection to Japan. I just hadn't consciously recognised it. Now I am certain my ancestors were here before me, centuries ago, as Christian missionaries. When we pause the habitual thinking of much overrated, transient puff of air, which disappears immediately, and start listening, life reveals our true pathway. Listening centres and anchors us. We turn 360 degrees inward instead of swimming in the choppy seas of visual distraction. The mind as a trap. How overthinking keeps us stuck. Fear often disguises itself as overanalysis. It tells us we must be practical, that we need more certainty. In reality, the only certainty we need is already within us. The best decisions aren't always logical. They don't come from lists of pros and cons. They come from a deep inner alignment, a moment when you just know. But to reach that clarity, you have to stop letting fear control the narrative. The mind will always try to control. It will spin in circles, insisting, what if it goes wrong? What if I regret it? What if I fail? The real question is, what if you don't? What if the life you're meant to live is waiting on the other side of that fear? Flowing like a green river, moving past fear with presence. If you've ever watched a wide green river move, you'll see that it doesn't stop for obstacles. It doesn't hesitate. It doesn't analyse every rock in its path. It just flows, This is how we should live our lives. Fear is attachment to outcomes, to identity, to comfort. But when we release that attachment and let ourselves flow, we move forward effortlessly. How can you do this? First, pause and listen, not to your thoughts, but to your life itself. Where is it leading you? What patterns keep showing up? 2, detach from overthinking. Your mind will always seek control. But true clarity comes when you feel an answer, rather than overanalyze it. 3, stay in the present. Fear thrives on uncertainty about the future. But the present moment, the now, is always safe. 4, trust your inner knowing. The best decisions are not made from fear, but from alignment. If you feel deep certainty, act on it. What is calling you? The life you're meant to live may not look like the one you planned. If I had followed the path of logic and safety, I would still be in London. I never would have found the continuation of my spiritual path, and I never would have met my life partner. I never would have made Japan my home. The biggest transformations come when we are willing to trust. So, I ask you, what call are you ignoring because of fear? What is already written in your karma, just waiting for you to listen? Let go. Flow like the river. Say yes to your true path.